So I've just been thinking out loud a lot about my core beliefs, core habits, and kind of the way that my pursuits kind of feed back into those core beliefs. A big one is, you know, thinking about pursuing mindset training and pursuing the idea of just helping other people and sharing things that I've learned and sharing my perspective. And I was just thinking about how I end up going back and forth a lot at this stage of this journey, wondering, do I really want to do this given the challenges um, versus the aspirations and the hopes and dreams? And then just coming back to, okay, it's not really about what I want to do. It's really about the necessity of having just accumulated and distilled so much positivity into my life and used it for my benefit that it's really, at least borderline, if not fully, an obligation to then go find a way to share that positivity back into the world. Now, I try to do this on a peer-to-peer basis, but the fact is that the internet allows the possibility of doing this at a much larger scale. You know, it's not necessarily about making money, and it's really not about whether I want to do it or not. And I realize, like, this is not something I'm torturing myself with. I feel better when I look at it this way. I feel better when I look at it as an obligation, as like it's not about whether I want to do it or not. And it's like I respect myself. The fact is that one of my core beliefs is I don't respect myself as much for following what I like. I respect myself for pursuing what is compelling and what is meaningful. And which leads me to meaning. I've really settled on, like, meaning is something. If I want to enjoy my life, like enjoy little things, then I need to have this strong core of I'm following a pursuit of what is meaningful, and meaning is something that I build, that I create for myself and my life and try to spread outward. And so I need to be doing that in order to then, enjoy my life in the small ways. So, sharing these processes, like just connecting with people better. And that's really the biggest, one of the biggest things, um, biggest sources of meaning that I've been building, is just bringing positivity to where I am. Um, so that's just some of it. I think what I'm really trying to do is kind of distill this down and distill, like, okay, if I want to go in this, you know, this sort of coaching training direction, then I really need to have, a bullet list of, okay, a clear, tangible, message and distillation of, at any given time, what are my core beliefs? What am I really trying to say and put my name to? And what am I really trying to do? And, that means having the core beliefs clear. And the core beliefs are this, or what I share, of sharing meaning and positivity, and following less just what I want to do, and that's such a big part of my message, because I've gotten I've gotten as far as I have gotten because I was pursuing, because at key times I chose to pursue what was meaningful, not what I felt like doing. And what was meaningful was building my capability to connect with other people better, whether in work or in social life, or whatever. And you know I just want to oversee people working together better. I want to see people working with themselves better, and that's just a lot of what I care about. But yeah, it's really about building strength and capability. And so another one of my core beliefs is really just, or what I'm realizing is an important part of building this core, is to really embody the beliefs, not just through, a big part of it is my ability to speak much better than I was able to in the past. And that's something I'm continually trying to improve. I'm trying to improve my confidence, but also my coherence, and just the clearness of what I'm trying to say, which I think, when I'm trying to say what I want most to share, it's probably the least coherent. And so that's something I'm continually working on. But really embodying strength in other ways, especially even more tangible ways, through, okay, I really value the sort of headspace and clarity that I get from meditation, and especially doing this on a daily basis, or at least on a regular basis. And so I need to embody that. I need to actually be meditating consistently, and to really show that A, it's beneficial, and B, it's actually possible, because I think almost everyone that I talk to really struggles with any kind of consistent habits for things that are beneficial to them but are not necessarily appealing or urgent. And it's really hard to prioritize things that are important but not urgent. So it's meditation, and it's reflection through writing, and that's something I don't do enough, but when I do it, it's like, wow, this is like really taking me forward. So it's meditation, it's writing out thoughts, it's speaking to people, speaking like this on video. It's just another way to organize and practice communicating my thoughts, but also exercise. Like, I rode my bike to work for the first time last week. It's 17 miles, and doing that once, it's like I'm so empowered. Like, it's not easy to pull that off, because I need to wake up earlier. I need to find out how I'm going to get home, whether I'm going to ride my bike home or get a ride with someone, which means I gotta, humble myself enough to ask for a ride, which is, some people will find easy, but like I don't find easy, and I don't find easy to do it a second time. And it's like, okay, there's complications to doing this thing. It's not just like, okay, I need to care, so now I can get up and ride my bike. It's like, no, there's a tangible aspect to pursuing capability and meaning and positivity. Like, it's very much a tangible thing of like, okay, like I'm gonna have to plan and think ahead. I'm gonna have to get up earlier. I'm going to make sure I take care of my nutrition, make sure I adjust my routine, since I'm not going to have my car at work. I'm not going to be able to record a video like this when I'm at work. So there's a lot of planning involved, and it's like, but doing that thing one time that was so good, it's like, oh, like this is like a leap forward to just do this one thing once. Like, imagine if I rode my bike to work, every other day, or at least even like 2 or 3 times a week, just 2 or 3 times a week. And I could build up to the point of riding home. Like, the amount of like push that would give me, just endorphins, and otherwise, like that's, it's like, if I can grasp how beneficial that would be, I'd probably do it more. But I need to embody that by actually doing it more, and then sharing, okay, like there was struggles adding positivity to my life meant, adding a lot of other small challenges. So I need to then, okay, I have a lot to talk about. I can explain and share, like, okay, this was possible. I did this, this, and this. It made it easier, But a lot of it, again, this goes back to embodying it. Embodying, okay, doing helpful things is helpful for myself. Doing things that raise me up is not just important, but actually possible. And I think a big block for a lot of people for being more helpful to themselves and growing their own positivity outward is feeling like it's possible. And it's like, if you see people doing something, if you see someone doing something and making it normal for themselves, then you feel like it's more possible. So that's about all I have to say. Just trying to organize and bounce around all those thoughts in my head. I kind of right now have a deficiency of writing some of the stuff down and trying to solidify my thoughts and beliefs that way, but I was just talking it out loud a bunch earlier on my way to work, so I thought I'd put that together a little bit and share this video. But yeah, that's all for now. I'm gonna go and clock in now.